What I do is remove the inside and separate the. You can save these parts for Chef Nick. I don't know if he still wants them, but he wanted them the other day.
Breast side up, right?
Yes. Okay. So we don't really need to deal with the wings because we don't need the wings. So, but normally you would just cut off it at the second joint, like you do with chicken. So just do that because it'll be easier. Okay, and you're going to remove some of this fat. Normally in a restaurant you would render the fat also. So you wouldn't throw it away, you would render it. Because duck fat is very expensive if you have to buy it.
For cone beef and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Then you're going to pull this bone away from the breast. And you're going to make an incision in the skin, right like that. Then you're going to use your fingers and open it up, okay, so that you can see where you're going with the knife. Okay, so then, you see this bone right here? You're going to cut right next to that bone, all the way down next to that bone, and then you're going to have the joint right here. You're going to pop out the joint and put your knife in that indentation. That's where the oyster is, right there. See that oyster? Okay. Right there? Okay. Then, you don't need all this fat. So you're going to cut this fat off. You want to leave the fat over here because that's going to protect this part of the meat right there. And then Chef Sixter wants it trimmed up pretty well. So just make sure you leave enough fat right there on this part here. And then you're going to cut around here, pretty far down. Just going to sever those tendons. And then you're going to leave this on. They're going to take that off after they cook. You've already cooked them, right?
Yeah, we cooked it. Yeah, he didn't want to cut the bone. I don't know if he wanted the skin on there, but he didn't want us to cut the bone.
Right. Okay, so there's your leg. Same thing on the other side of the duck. Little incision in the skin. You don't want to go too close to the breast because then you're going to cut into the breast meat. Okay, then you open it up. And then you're going to cut right down next to this bone again. You get down to the joint. Back out the joint. Go in with your knife. Scoop out the oyster. Okay. Is that Tucker? It's a good thing you spelled it off. Alright. So then, same thing with this. Whoops. I got a little too close there, see? Alright. So we're going to give them all the legs first. So when you get your duck, take off all the legs, give it to the sauciers, and then we can proceed with the breasts. We should be getting some hanger steak and some kind of fish. Bronzino, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, for the breast, you want to take out the wishbone. You don't always have to take out the wishbone, but it makes it a little easier to remove the breast from the bones. So you just find it like you do with the chicken. Scrape along the bone, just like you do the chicken. And you're going to have to maybe release it in the front.
Aren't wishbone be our collarbone?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's where the neck is. Like this would be the neck. Right here. So yeah. Alright, then you're just going to do it like you used to from a chicken breast. Cut right down along the keel bone. And then with your knife, just scrape it away from the bones, from the ribs. There's the tenderloin right here. You don't need to keep the tenderloin on. So then we don't need the wing. So you can just cut. When you get down to the wing, you're just going to cut straight down and remove the breast. Then you want to trim this up. Thank you, Zach. And then you're gonna remove this. And this silver skin right here. And then you can take off the tenderloin. They can use that for reinforcing their sauce. And I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. Then you're gonna score the skin. So just not too deep, just gently through the skin. So I'm not cutting too deep. You don't want to see the meat when you do that. Okay. Same thing on the other side. Pretty much does. And later we're going to remove the rest of the fat off the carcass and chop up the bones if we have time. I think you did that yesterday, right?
Yeah, we did it after class.
Then the silver skin. Okay, ducks are in the drawer. Ready to grab a duck.